Most people rely on raw motivation to change. That's why habits usually fail by week 2. Relying on willpower alone is like loading a heavy weight onto a rusted chain. Without a structural system, it breaks. Most of us wake up in a state of emergency. We reach for a phone in the dark, scrolling before our eyes are fully open. This immediately drains your focus currency, leaving you reactive to everyone else's agenda before your day has actually begun. Many then try to fix this by announcing their goals publicly. This creates a trap where you spend more energy managing your image and seeking validation than doing the difficult, unglamorous work required to actually change. We are going to replace that cycle with 3 specific Stoic mechanics: a 10-minute morning fortress, a rule for silent execution, and a recovery plan for when you inevitably miss a day. This approach uses private, repetitive steps to ensure that your progress remains stable even when your schedule becomes chaotic or your motivation dips. Step 1 is the 10-minute citadel. You must treat the first 10 minutes of your day as an impenetrable fortress. Roman emperors like Marcus Aurelius used this exact isolation strategy to prepare their minds before dealing with the overwhelming daily pressures of ruling an empire. This protocol has non-negotiable physical rules. Your phone must wake up in another room. The moment you stand up, drink a large glass of water and take deep biological breaths. This tells your nervous system that you are safe before the digital world tries to pull you in 1,000 directions. Use a dichotomy of control T-chart to separate what you can influence from what you cannot. On the left, list uncontrollable worries and label them "not my business." On the right, identify one controllable action you can complete in 5 minutes to clear a path. Finish these 10 minutes with exactly 60 seconds of unadulterated silence. No music and no podcasts. Just you sitting in a room being a human being. This 10-minute lockdown is designed to protect your attention from being bankrupted by notifications before you even step out the door. The second pillar of the system is a strict rule. All progress and habit tracking must remain entirely private. Broadcasting your goals is dangerous because the brain receives a premature dopamine reward from the applause. This chemical high mimics the feeling of achievement, which often destroys the drive needed to do the actual work. You will use an if-then trigger to stay on track. An if-then trigger is a behavioral conditioning technique that pairs a specific urge with an immediate predetermined action. You must catch the exact moment you feel the urge to announce your progress or complain about the effort. When that urge rises, you must instantly replace it with one private rep. Read one more page of a book, work for one more focused minute, or handle one hard conversation with restraint. You will likely feel a lack of validation at first. However, over time, this shifts into a sense of self-sufficiency, where your consistency depends on your own word rather than an audience. In practice, this means catching yourself as you type a post about your workout and hitting delete instead of publish. Habits that only happen when people are watching are performances that drain your energy rather than building your character. Eventually, the system will face a setback. You will miss a day and your streak will break. Traditional tracking fails here because resetting a counter to 0 creates a psychological effect that encourages you to abandon the goal entirely. Instead, use kintsugi streak logic to treat a missed day as a fracture, not a total wipeout. First, write down the trigger to turn the failure into useful data. Then, complete a repetition the next day to fill the fracture with a golden joint. By planning for failure and intelligently mending the break, you build a resilient momentum that does not require you to be perfect to keep moving forward. You are now operating with a morning fortress to block distractions, silent execution to protect your drive, and a mechanical way to use setbacks as data. These specific mechanics are built on the same Stoic principles that have helped people manage pressure and distractions for thousands of years. The philosopher Epictetus summarized this discipline in 2 words: persist and resist. Epictetus was a Greek Stoic who taught that we must govern ourselves rather than trying to fix the world. You persist through the private reps and resist the urge to perform or quit. A system built on these daily mechanics provides a stable foundation that survives digital distractions and the inevitable days when things don't go as planned. Take the first step tonight. Physically move your phone charger to another room. Then type "Citadel" in the comments to signal that you are ready to win the first 10 minutes of tomorrow.